Spotlight. I'm your host and producer, Courtney Leonard May, and I'm here for you because I'm here to put you in the spotlight. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Wait a minute. Now that's more like it. I hope you guys are enjoying your Valentine's Day, and welcome to In the Spotlight. So today I have a great show for you guys today. Today I have Coon the Poet, and guess what? I'm putting him in the Valentine's Day hot seat. So let's check him out. How you doing today, Coon?
I'm good. How you feeling, sis?
Good. How are you?
Blessed.
Okay, so how long have you been writing poetry?
So I've actually been writing since I've been about 7 years old, and I was introduced and influenced by my dad.
Nice.
That was his way of kind of just building a connection with us after coming back into the home. And so I've been kind of writing ever since, as well as short stories and rhymes and raps and pretty much anything my creative mind could think of. So
that's cool. So that's a really cool connection you have with your dad. And I have to mention it is Black History Month, so that was nice that you're building history with your dad and doing things like that. So what inspires you to write poetry?
Honestly, a lot of life. I do what I do for inspiration and for healing, motivation, empowerment.
Nice.
Started out as when I was young, it was the love for words, the love for rhyme, the love for music, the love for sound. And then as I started growing, and life got a little bit more real, I guess, it became a method of healing. Okay. It was my therapy. It was my outlet. And then as I started growing into my adulthood, I realized that it was not only just healing for me, but it was healing for others and other young people.
Nice.
And so
that's good. It's always good to uplift people and give them inspiring words and encouragement. So what was your experience like the first time you stepped on the stage?
I was 14 the first time I stepped on stage, and then I was nervous. It was and it was an Italian show. I was the only one. I was the only 14-year-old, but I was the only one that was actually performing poetry. Everybody else, there were a lot of rappers, a lot of rap groups, a lot of dancers, and a couple of singers. And I actually ended up getting into the finals.
That's good.
Although I didn't believe I was going to get into the finals, so I didn't have another piece rehearsed.
Yeah.
And so
you wrote something really quick?
Nah, I didn't.
No?
I just recited.
Oh.
Not that time. I actually, in that competition, I actually learned and mastered the art of freestyle because I watched another music group kind of freestyle.
Okay.
When they kind of fell off, and it kind of like inspired me, and so I kind of took that tool with me, and I mastered it, and I trained and exercised it.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah,
that was
so
your
14
start.
years old.
That is really cool. Did you grow up in Sacramento?
I did, South Sac to be exact. I was actually born in the East Coast on a military base in Sharon, Pennsylvania. My dad was in the Army.
Okay.
And
nice.
then we actually traveled. So I actually moved back here where my mom is from, in South Sacramento when I was a baby. So I was raised there. So I've been here ever since then. Yeah.
Nice. And then what type of events do you usually perform at?
Honestly, a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Through this art form, noted that I kind of crossed a lot of thresholds, a lot of boundary lines. Been in a lot of different places and spaces, such as like been in the club scene with it. I'm talking about like partying, music playing, everybody drinking, turned up to the point the DJ stop everything.
Yeah.
And then we're going in.
Spit it.
And you know, cool. And when I started this thing, so after that time when I was 14, about 15, 16 years old, I joined the group, and then me and one of my brothers actually began performing spoken word together.
Oh, that's
right?
cool.
And I think,
a little duo.
Yeah, it's something like that. We're actually more so with the tag team, right? And actually, I believe That's what we met around that age. Around that time, that's when we met. I think you were a youngster at that time.
You was with Troublesome. You guys had your little duo R&B poetry thing. That
R&B.
was really cool.
There was no R&B involved, I promise.
Well, anyway, that's how I saw it. You know, it was at camp actually where we met at Grizzly Creek Ranch.
Yeah, that was 2008.
Yes, that was cool. That was some good times. And then I know you love like inspiring the youth and things like that. So do you go to a lot of schools and do like motivational speaking?
Yeah. So actually, I have contracts with almost every school district, teaching social emotional learning, teaching empowerment, teaching methods of healing, and really like a little bit of life skills. Not that I'm a master at anything, but as I begin growing and learning in different jewels that I've picked up, we just believe in taking that and passing it back, really. We just believe in lifting as we climb.
That's good, being a mentor to the youth and, you know, putting them in the right direction. That's always good, motivating them.
Yeah, it's a little bit better to walk when we're walking together.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. So, let's put you in the Valentine's Day hot seat.
Let's go.
So we got some Valentine's Day questions for you. So
we're gonna go straight to the love question.
Yes.
So yeah, you mentor the youth, and all right, are you in love?
Yes. Let's get some juice.
Let's go.
Okay, so when did you have your very first crush?
I think I was like 3. Maybe even 2 years old.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
I loved women my whole life.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. I mean, if I had to answer it, I would say kindergarten. I had my first crush. There was like a little boy in the class, and I was like, oh, kind of like him. So, yeah. So, when was your first kiss?
Like, imaginary kiss? Or like...
it can be like a little, or whatever, you know, whatever you think your first kiss was.
Now, on a realistic level, my first kiss was at 15, and it was with my first crush and then first girlfriend eventually.
Nice.
But she wasn't really checking for me at first.
Yeah, that sounds about right. High school's a good age. That's when I had my first kiss, so that's a good age.
It was raining.
Oh, rainy day.
Yeah.
And then, what did you do for your first Valentine's Day date?
Yo, hold on. Like first real one or first like?
Yeah, just the first teenage one, just the first one.
We got on the light rail after school. We rode it all the way to downtown Plaza, Old Sacramento. Shout out to Old Sacramento. Over by the Golden Bridge, by the Delta King. We sat by the water.
Oh, that's a nice date.
I've always been kind of like a hopeful, romantic.
Yeah, I've had a date like that.
Don't tell too many people out there.
So that's cool. So what's the most romantic date you've planned and had for a lady?
Probably what I'm planning right now.
Let's reveal.
Thing about that is I'm going to have to wait after Valentine's Day to plan it. But... and I'm actually piggybacking off of some other ideas that I've been like practicing for a while. Anyway, that's too much information. So look, I hopefully if the weather is proper, I plan on going to a beach. I'm not gonna say which beach.
Okay.
Just know, but hopefully the weather will be proper. But picnic on the beach. And we're going to make sure it gets decorated. Everything gets decorated. I actually made a few phone calls. Okay. But we're going to make our way to the Bay area. On the way there, do some wine tasting in Napa. Okay. I got a chauffeur and a few other things that I got planned, Airbnb style.
Nice. Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah, that's going to be really nice and romantic. I know she's going to love that.
I believe she's going to love it.
That's cool.
And am I ready for what's going to happen afterwards? We'll see. The love part.
Yeah, we all get it. I didn't bring a goodie bag for you to help you out on that. I did on my last Valentine's Day show, though. So what's your favorite romantic restaurant?
Romantic restaurant. McDonald's. No, I'm playing.
fast food, going back to high school, taking
Not
the
at
girl
all.
out to
I don't even mess with that poison anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. There's a spot called Tapas, and it's I believe, and it means appetizers, and it's like a little smaller appetizer spot. It's downtown, I believe, off of J Street, and it's like kind of tucked away. Nice. I really love it. They play real like soft, like, you know, violin and romantic music. That's kind of like one of my tuckaways. I actually have a few spots that I've been like kind of touring and dating on my own.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of them. I like McCoonies as well.
Okay.
There was this nice little, well, we'll see. There's this nice place in the East Coast. It was pretty romantic as well. It was an Italian restaurant. I'm more of an Italian man. I love pasta Alfredo.
Nice.
If anybody's listening who wants to cook me dinner, a nice romantic dinner, I love chicken Alfredo and pasta. You can throw all the veggies on there as well. Lots of garlic, and you just have to forgive me later.
Yeah, so they listening, but do you cook?
I love to cook. So okay, believe it or not, even before this poetry thing, my second dream, I had a lot of dreams. First, I wanted to be a superhero, and then I wanted to be a chef.
Okay, that's cool. So what's your go-to meal?
So because I was raised in the hood, I was raised in South Sacramento by my pops, who just.
But you got that Lowry seasoning salt.
Absolutely.
Throw that up on.
Like absolutely, but I do a lot of different kind of stir fries, but I love breakfast food.
Okay.
Like honestly.
Me too.
I was gonna say, really, the truth is like. Anyways, have you ever had spread, Miss Courtney?
I can't say I have.
We'll talk about that later. That'll be a whole nother episode.
But right? I know what that is. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
But can you make crepes? Since you like that Italian food, you got to do some crepes in the morning for breakfast.
I have yet to do crepes in the morning, but I love crepes, honestly. I love omelets, yeah. French toast, yeah.
Waffles, that's my favorite.
Yeah, so I just bought this Belgian waffle maker.
Nice.
And absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, but waffles are simple.
Make that in the morning, have the breakfast in bed, got the eggs going, put some stuff in, throw some, bacon in there, sausage, peppers, onion,
Yeah, so absolutely, except start of February 1st, I actually cut out meat. So I'm changing. I'm making a lot of changes in my lifestyle. Last year I actually did no meat for 7 months, and so I'm starting back up, just to kind of like detox and all of that. However, they have a lot of meatless meat nowadays. A lot of vegan.
Yeah, because all these vegans out here, vegetarians.
And and the lady I'm kind of sweet on. She actually doesn't eat a lot of meat as well, so
that's cool.
So chances are we'll probably get real creative.
Yeah. So are you single? Are you dating this lady? And
so for everybody that's listening, it's
you're taken. He's taken.
I would see that. No. Listen, I love that. I love that answer.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the best answer. Do I believe that? She has my heart, most definitely. Do I believe I have her heart? Most definitely.
Nice.
I was gonna actually, and I just had this conversation with one of my closest homegirls. I was like, I don't even know how to ask somebody out. Like, being an adult, like, what do you say? Will you be my girlfriend? Will you? I mean,
it's kind of hard. Like, when does it actually get to that point after you start dating and you're like, just, you're in the honeymoon dating stage, and all of a sudden when are you ready to make that switch? Some people are like really quick, like after a week, 2 weeks, bam. Some people some people are like 2-4 months, So it's kind of like, when is it?
Yeah, in all reality, and in all truth, I've been in a few relationships that didn't always work out. So, and I'm not getting ready to do a spill like I have commitment issues.
Yeah. But take your time.
But take your time, most definitely. But so when we're taking my time, and really, to be honest with you, I'm moving on God's word.
Yes,
but
definitely.
I started feeling nudged, and it's funny that we even, we're here, and this is a Valentine's Day episode.
Yes.
I'll spill a little secret. I was actually gonna ask her to be my girlfriend officially on Valentine's Day.
Nice.
And I'm not sure if they heard me over there in TV land, but regardless, I think I was gonna actually pop the question of us dating exclusively on Valentine's Day. But nice. We still got a few days between now and then, so we'll see how things go. Like I said, I believe in just going with the flow and riding it all the way out.
Yeah.
But I do feel good. I do feel good about it. I feel good about her, and I just appreciate all the love that she's been given, with no verbals needed. A lot of times, the best conversations are those that are by the way of vibration and not too much talking and just understanding. And that's what we're moving.
Body language, just being in the presence of the other person.
But but cool. Genuine respect and genuine understanding and genuine trust, without too much fear. I feel like that fear energy can actually cause cause a lot of a battle. And so things are good. Yeah,
that's good. I'm happy for you. That's cool. That's going to be really nice. And that date you got planned for her is going to be beautiful. So yeah, she's going to be excited. That's really
sure
good.
She will. I wasn't supposed to let anybody know. Things were supposed to be a surprise. But all right.
Yeah,
so
but
now everybody else knows too.
Yeah, it'll still be a surprise to her. Now let's play Have You Ever?
I don't want to play. I don't want to play.
It's just a yes or no question.
Last time I played that game, things got a little wild.
I'm not going to go too wild on you. It's okay. Are you ready? So, have you ever been stood up?
Absolutely.
Have you ever stood somebody up?
I probably did. I have. Unintentionally, but I have.
Have you ever been bungee jumping?
Nah. No, but I do plan on going skydiving on my 30th birthday.
Okay, cool.
Which is in July.
I was going to ask you that too. That's cool, skydiving.
Yeah. So now that they know, y'all can hold me to it. I'm jumping out of a plane when I turn 30.
Make sure you record it, get that body cam going on, so.
Will do.
And then, have you ever made Valentine's Day reservations that you didn't keep?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I was late though.
Oh, okay.
As y'all know, me and Tom, we be battling sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
and then, have you ever been stuck in a hot tub without your trunks, your swimming trunks? Like in the movie Johnson Family Vacation, it was Valentine's Day and the woman came in there and, smooth talk, snatched him up and left him in that hot tub by himself without his clothes.
No, not in the hot tub.
No?
Not in the hot tub.
In a swimming pool?
Not in the swimming pool.
Okay. Bathtub?
Not in water.
So, when did this happen? Where?
Man. I lived I've lived a remarkable life.
Okay.
Let's just say that. My 20s were fun. My early 20s were even more fun.
Cool. That's good.
Like I said, I'm on the tail end. I'm on my way out. So, about 20, 21, 22, I lived a little wild and free.
Okay. So, you're not going to tell us what happened and how that happened, huh?
What is it? I'm in the role playing. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
I'm in the role
That's
playing.
good enough. So, have you ever skinny dipped?
I have.
No.
But yeah, I have. But
Have you ever been on a nude beach?
No. I haven't yet. I've driven past one. But I haven't. But I didn't go.
Have you ever thought about going?
Yeah, we're gonna do all of that.
Okay.
So I'm a firm believer in living free,
Okay.
living your life to the fullest extent. Life is short; it's way too short. So I believe in creating memories, creating adventures.
Cool.
So still got many more to create.
So have you ever been drunk on Valentine's Day?
Maybe last year. Maybe the year before.
Okay. On a date on Valentine's Day?
I'm sure we had drinks. Okay. What did I do last year? Right, yeah. Yeah, last year.
Okay.
Not like wasted,
Yeah, just kind of tipsy.
just a little tipsy.
Okay. And then, have you ever left a date and then couldn't find your car?
Nah.
You knew where you
Nah, I didn't
parked
do
at
that.
and had that problem?
Nah. When you say left today, you mean left her there?
Yeah, no, like the date ended, you guys are just going your separate ways, and you out in the parking lot like, where's my car? Oh man, all embarrassed because the girl right there, like, you don't know where we parked at?
Nah. Where I grew up, I was trained to not make those kind of mistakes. It can get kind of dangerous when you do that.
Yeah,
So
that's good. I seen somebody in the parking lot the other day trying to find their car, and I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't
we
remember
keep
where
the
you parked
beep.
at.
Yeah, we keep that on standby a lot
Yeah.
of times.
And then, have you ever asked a girl on a date that was too much for your budget?
Not. She might have been too much for my budget, but not the date.
Not the date.
Not the date.
That's good. Yeah, because I seen like a viral video recently, and the guy was looking at the bill, and she recorded it, and he didn't know it, and he was just like, "Oh my God, like, how am I gonna pay this?" And he had to pay with his credit card. So
Yeah, and then I got a secret too. I go to spots where I got a lot of love at too.
that's
Where
good.
So like a lot of my spots, I know the cooks, I know the chefs, I know the owners a lot of times.
Nice. So they gonna hook it up,
we
spice it up
finesse
for
things.
you. Yeah, that's
And then
cool.
a lot of times too, like I said, I date myself, so I kind of get a roundabout idea. That's just one thing. That's something I've been doing for a long time. Get
Yeah.
roundabout ideas of kind of how things are going to pan out a little bit.
Yeah.
And then everything else is improv.
Yeah, that's cool. So you just go there ahead of time,
And kind of know.
dine
yeah.
in, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. It's always good to take yourself out and
Self-love is great.
experience all different restaurants, different places.
Self-love.
Sky's the limit. Just go everywhere, enjoy life, explore the world.
Let's go.
Yeah. So before you take the mic, do you have any inspiring words for the American people? Since we just came into a new year, we're into the second month of 2019, and people go through their ups and downs, and they just need like motivation. Some people might have made some New Year's resolutions and they're not keeping them. So anything to inspire our people and kind of just to inspire people on what's going on in the world today. And then as far as it being Black History Month, just, something to uplift the people.
Just understand that fires are important for refinement. So whatever fire that you go through, it's okay to sit in that because just like pottery, just like when sometimes or just like gold, before it is solid gold, you have to place it under a high degree of fire. And after that, there's sculpting, there's shaping, and there's refinement. After that, you will be solid gold. Yeah, so go ahead and it's okay to be patient and sit in the fire. It's okay to be patient and embrace the fire. It's going to be hot, but it's not going to burn you up.
Yes.
Unless you believe that it will.
Yep.
Good.
So bad things don't happen always, and stay uplifted, you guys.
Yeah, full emotion. Everything in life is balance. And so for every moment that you are, there'll be a moment that you aren't. But for every moment that you aren't, there'll be a moment that you are.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Seasons.
Yeah. Seasons. Yep. Like you said, be patient. You'll get through the fire, and you'll get your breakthrough. And guess what? We're gonna go ahead and go on a quick break, and we're gonna check out Coon the Poet as he recites some of his poetry. So stay tuned, you guys. Hey everyone, welcome back to In the Spotlight. I have a great treat for you guys. So welcome, Coon the Poet.
I can't wait to see what love looks like when it's cooked right. When every ingredient to the recipe is copied from the book just right. I can't wait to see what love tastes like when it's properly prepared. I can already smell those aromas as they linger in the air, and as she whispers in my ear and says, "Baby, it's dinner time." It'll be love at first bite, as our hearts forever intertwine. But they say that kind of love is kind of hard to find. Bottom line, I've tasted some not so quite tasty dishes in my past life. Bitten into some forbidden fruit that wasn't quite ripe, as if it was a setup by the serpent. Cause see, it still upsets my stomach some nights. Got me tossing and turning like, man, I knew better. I need to start eating more healthier. From now on, I'ma do better. Yeah, whatever. Because, see, we all know the truth that sometimes those lustful junk foods are just so enticing and inviting and so tempting. There's no fighting, so what do? We bite in and wind up in that same predicament again and end up in that same position again. And take it from me, those cold and lonely conditions, my friends, really ain't no joke. But they say the definition of insanity, repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and expecting different results. Once I cracked open that egg, I was about ready to throw it in a skillet and grill it, but then I realized we weren't exactly equally yoked again. So now it's back to feeling drained by the pains of losing my lovely joy. Again, back to feeling played like I was a young boy. Again, back to feeling played with like I was a toy. Again, while I went around like I got food poisoning. But I guess y'all can kind of call me a glutton for punishment. Because even in the end of all of that, I'm still willing to sit at the table and keep an open plate as I feast my delight on my faith that one day I'll be able to enjoy a forever ever ending buffet of comfort food. You know, the type of casserole that comforts your soul, warm your heart, but also nourishes you mentally. Yeah. You see, eventually, I'm going to find a cuisine that is meant for me. I say eventually, I will find a queen that is meant for me. And then I'll finally be able to see what love looks like when it's cooked right. When every ingredient to the recipe is copied from the good book, just right. And I'll be able to even tell some of y'all what love tastes like when it's properly prepared. And y'all be able to even smell those aromas as they linger in the air and even hear her whisper in my ear as she says, baby, Coon, it's dinner time. It'll be love at first bite as our hearts forever and ever intertwine. That's the bottom line. Peace. 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 Peace.
So that was wonderful, Coon. Come on back up to my stage. We're here on In the Spotlight, and that was a powerful performance by Coon the Poet. So now we need to know, like, where can we catch you at next?
So I actually started a brand new venue that I'm going to be running every first and third Fridays at Chase Lounge off of 14th and 8th Street downtown. I also will be, I'm also the last Wednesday's host of the longest running Black poetry spot in Sacramento, which is a Mahogany Urban Poetry Series at Queen Sheba Ethiopian Cuisine. Doors open 9 o'clock. Show starts about 10 o'clock. Get there between 9 to 10. Enjoy the delicious honey wine. Kitchen closes about 8:30.
Make sure you check out Coon the Poet. So this is Courtney Larrett May with In the Spotlight. And remember to always be uniquely, beautifully you.